Start on YouTube. There we go. I'll remember to click the go live button for YouTube. And now we are live on YouTube too. Everyone go say hi on YouTube. I haven't streamed there even longer than Twitch because I've been doing the map scripting. Let's see, is this game live? I see the drafts, I don't see a lobby yet. I think of the new Champy changes, I'm glad they nerfed them. Maybe they over-nerfed them, but that is completely okay, because Champies in the Dark Age were horrible. Oh my gosh, those were horrible. They needed to be nerfed to the ground, and I'm glad they were aggressive with the changes. They probably even needed to nerf them even more. But it is good to see them, at the very least, find something that wasn't working and walk back on it instead of doubling down on it. Is this London hair? What is London hair? I'm probably not going to get another haircut before London. That's what you're asking. So they're not like starting and I missed it, right? I got to open T90 stream just to make sure I'm not missing anything. I think Yo should be a heavy favorite here. And he's gonna look at his stats website. I don't know what the probability thing really is, or how that's calculated. Maybe just based on ELO. I have to go full broccoli? I have to eat healthier? I enjoy broccoli. Hello, Jeep. How are you doing, Jeep? Howdy. Howdy to you. That's what you need with your coffee. Just binomial probability wins to get placement. I imagine you could factor ELO in for a probability calculation. But no matter what you do, it's probably a lot of jank. Seems games are 50-50. That feels like not a very good model if you're assuming games are 50-50 though. So who else is casting TTL? Is everyone else just kind of like giving up? I see Mems casting. No Dave, no Orlu, no Danny. He's going to call me my actual streamer name today? What? How's my week going so far? Well, so far is quite the question to ask when it's Saturday. But so far, it's been pretty good. Things haven't fallen apart so far. Oh, wait, they're starting. They're in the game. Let's go. I get to cast Age of Empires. High tides. Guys, do I see the civs? I see the civs. Woo versus Lithuanians. Let me just double check which player's on which side of this draft. He goes on the left. Alright, so we'll have High Tides, Northern Crossings, the home map for Yo, Monocle, the home map for Lucho. Do we see a Champy Civ? We see one new Civ for Yo. I'll get to learn about that Civ, because I've not really seen them at high-level play, and I guess no one really will have seen them in high-level play now, because they've been nerfed. Happy Pi Day, Happy Pi Day! Happy Pi Day to all my Americans out there who use a good calendar system. Alright, I need to swap their sides. Alright, the map is High Tides. I got the Civ, Woo versus Lithuanians. I think my overlay is all set up, and I think we're good to go. I can see both of my chats, Pi or Tau. I was always a 2pi user until I really started doing more programming, and it is so much more convenient simply to type tau than 2 times pi everywhere. So if I'm like handwriting math by hand, I probably go 2pi, but if I'm programming, tau all the way. Yeah, so for all my fellow Americans, it is Pi Day. And celebrate by the fact our gas prices are rising. It has gone up about 80 cents in the past week, from $2.73 a gallon to $3.55 a gallon. I guess only the US state format gets a Pi Day. The rest of the world doesn't get Pi. Fortunately, your car runs on electrons. That would be very fortunate. The Cobra cars, though, I mean, think about this. Typing how do you turn this on is going to be very expensive these days. Cobra cars have been nerfed. So we'll have the instant militia from Lucho. He is putting down the barracks, hasn't even lured his elephants yet, just focusing on pushing the ostriches, picking up the goats, and he won't be going to dock. So as the Wu, he will be getting an extra 55 food for building the barracks. And he has 1 militia. Now I'm questioning if this is actually a build order he's prepped because he only has 1 militia. And you really need 2 to do anything. And if you wanted to deny the dock, he missed the opportunity. Maybe he could still go in for an early rush. Oh, there's a second. Okay. 4 minutes in, 2 militia and a scout. I'll have to take another look at that, but I feel like that was maybe a bit suboptimal. I don't know if you have to do an early loom to keep the TC running and get the militia earlier. But so far, it's been pretty much everything on food, pumping out the militia as fast as he can. Usually the Inca other civ I see this with. I haven't seen it yet with the Wu. And now there's the scout. So the question is, will Yo feel this? Will he see it? He does not yet himself have loom. He's just doing a dock, adding in a fishing ship. But he's not seen the militia. The militia heading to the berries, but nothing on the berries. And the deer running around, Yo will see that and bring his scout over. Oh, no, he's actually just going to push them. Not going to be in a spot, Lucho, to deny the elephant. And more than anything, he wants Yo to start pushing those ostriches. Make sure that he's distracted. So where are the militia? They're looping around. Militia's still looping around. And now Lucho has to be careful with the scout, because if he hangs out by the lumber camp, Yo will be able to feel the militia. Oh, he stole a goat. He stole a goat somehow. And yeah, now he needs to go with the scout. Go with the scout to block. Can Yo quick wall? Yo can't quick wall in time. The militia are there. 1 vill is down. No loom. The other quick walls are in. The scout didn't block the other vill. But that's 1 vill down for Yo. Lucho gets a kill. Is it worth not having the dock, though? Because Yo's still up by now 2 fishing ships to 0. Has another dock on a shorefish. 3rd fishing ship out. And Lucho can't do much but destroy houses at this point. Oh, that would have been so much better if he had blocked and gotten the 2nd vill. That vill was really close to the TC. Now Yo doing loom. He wasn't able to sniff out the early drush in time. There's loom and feudal age. Feudal age much faster for Yo. Lucho stay in dark age for a while. Oh, he might get the scout. He's gonna block the scout with the villager. How often do you see that, blocking the scout with the villager? Trying to get some more TC fire on it. Even with the patch to make the arrows larger, the TC still can't hit anything. Thanks DE right there. But Yo will get through. And Lucho clicks up. A good 50 seconds behind Yo, though. He wants to go for another drush, or another fight with the drush. Hello, Garlic Witch, how are you doing? Hello, hello. There's Feudal. Oh, and thank you very much for the sub.
Look out! A battle rages ahead. Stay back, lest we be caught in the crossfire.
There's 22 whole months. Thank you very much. There's Feudal just put in for Lucho. Lucho's dancing back and forth, but Yo isn't falling for it. He's not falling for it. Doing double bit axe. Yo won't need to pump out any fire galleys. He has the water all to himself. And immediately he'll throw up a tower on the gold. Man-at-Arms is queued for Lucho. Will it be in time? Oh, what is this? What is this, Lucho? He's docked the shorefish. He's docked the shorefish in the south. Someone's using the south of the map. Oh, yes. No one ever does this. Let's go. He won't need to fight with... Oh, what... Man, it's been so long since I cast the TTL, I said fire galleys. It's hulks these days they'd be queuing up, but one galley for Yo to prevent a dock. None the wiser to that dock in the south, though. Yeah, he's not bothered scouting the south at all. So 4 men-at-arms, but under tower fire. I don't like that from Lucho, taking some damage. And no arson in yet for him. And archer out for Yo. Yo doing a blacksmith so he can do fletching. Just killing some AoE.
准备就绪。什么？何种命令？什么？
So tower up for Lucho. Ooh, avoiding the poke from the spear. Hello, Debus. How you doing, Debus? Hope you're enjoying your pie day. Hope you're gonna have lots of pie. Southern Dock, light the beacons, the day has come. Hello, Miss Luna Rain, over in the YouTube chat. Got some YouTube chat that I can view in one OBS window today. Going to read a Discworld novel later. I don't know what that is. If you remove 2 letters, you get Discord. So, oh, what is that? What is that? The galley from Yo paying off. Looks like Lucho tried to dock the north, but the galley from Yo is there in time to prevent the Vil from docking. He's continuing to pressure with the men-at-arms. Takes the score lead, actually. That dock in the south paying off for him with all those shorefish he has. He has 1 Hulk down there, too. Alright, muted myself in time. I have a new keyboard, so my mute hotkey's in a different spot. I gotta get used to pressing it properly. Discworld is the best fantasy series in existence. Alright, other people seem to know what it is. More cultured than I am. So a few skirms added from Lucho, who wants to keep the pressure up. Still doesn't have any fishing ships, but I've seen this map played so many times where the player wins the water but doesn't win the game. Now, the fishing ships aren't all that valuable. Despite having quite a few fish in the sea, they are very far from the docks. Lucky time for Lucho. And he's got 555 gold. Placeholder number for his gold count. And he's gonna go, oh, there's the market. Market is part of a wall. Keeping the pressure up on Yo. Yo is a great back woodline, back stone, back gold, back berries, everything in the back for him. He has a perfect map for defending.
该死几次？什么？够走。Давай вали.
Skirms take down some other skirms and some archers. And there is fishing lines. Fishing lines for Yo. We had a textbook for a cert you needed. Okay. Demo. Yes. Lucho, he's doing a demo. 80%. 80%. The Hulk's chasing. He needs to stay on the water. Is this a demo that will be useful in this patch? Will it be useful? How well will it do? Yes, it gets everything. Demos are still useful. What is this? Everything from Yo cleaned up by one demo. Lucho was ready. Docking the South has paid off. Docking the South has never been this valuable for anyone in the history of high tides. But Lucho making great use of it now. He's up to the Castle Age, and now Yo lost everything. He has no army to defend. He has only 3 towers, and he's lost access to his stone. And with a couple of men-at-arms, will Lucho dare to dive the tower? That could be a mistake if he does. He's gonna delay the market from Yo. He can't lose his army. He needs that to become Castle Age army. And he will click up. He will use the market time for Yo, but he's over a minute later. Still his fish. He has fishing lines. I don't even know, what does fishing lines even, what does fishing lines even do? Where is it? So many techs these days. Fishing lines? Oh, eco tech. Fishing, is it up there? No. Where is fishing lines? Oh, here. All right. It's gill nets. Need fishing lines, Capture Age. Fishing lines. I don't even know what the... I think it's carry capacity and gather rate the same as gill nets. It makes the fishing ships better. It's 10%. Does it also increase their carry capacity, or is that just gill nets? Okay, so Yo defending with skirms. Yo is a player I've seen do amazing skirm defenses in all sorts of situations. Now the Castle Age crossbows are there, and Lucho may have just overstayed his welcome a tiny bit. He's lost a lot of archers in that transition. He'll maybe be able to hit the gold a bit, but without ballistic, shouldn't be able to kill Vils. Those garrison flags are really nice for, what is it, Lithuanians? I approve of those flags. I approve of them. There's another monastery for Yo. You heckin' love skirms. It's John Slow. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much. Gotta love skirms. I need to get used to seeing my alerts. I'm out of practice with this casting stuff. It's been a while. Oh, there's a ram. There's a ram push now from Lucho. Ram push on the front. Going for the tower. Forward workshop. I was watching the skirms. Now there's a ram too. Yo trying to go for a knight. I worry that Yo has the army to clean this up with all those skirmishers that we all love. One knight for the ram, skirms for everything else. And I think he will indeed clean this. Monastery will be threatening, but the monk's not in time. I like the aggressiveness with the ram, though. Lucho's still only 1 TC behind this. Close some vills in the south on the docks. Fishing ships 10% faster and carry +5. So are gill nets and fishing lines both the exact same? A lot of crossbows now for Lucho. 26 to 14 military. Vil counts are the same. And the res collected are still the same. If Yo didn't take that fight, against the demo earlier and had 8 more skirms, he'd probably be winning. But for now, it's still a struggle for him. These towers doing work keeping the archers and skirms away. No elite skirm for Lucho. Hasn't made the best unit in the game. And we'll see some Jin swordsmen. These things are scary. Hello, Nardu. Bring a Mangonel to a skirm fight. I'll bring 2 Mangonels to a skirm fight. A good Mangonel shot could end the game. Yo himself has a monastery, but no Mangonel. Lithuanians do have redemption, so we could do sanctity and redemption. He is doing sanctity now. Redemption's still pretty expensive, but he has the gold for it. And that could be a way to turn the game around, a conversion and then a good Mangonel hit. Or maybe 2 conversions with those 2 monks. Imagine that, you get 2 Mangonels, one clears the 3rd Mangonel, the other clears the crossbows, and then you're right back in the game. And he has the gold for redemption. 475 for redemption. He has 556 right now. There's a TC for Lucho. Second TC for him. He'll start pulling ahead in Vils then. And that swordsman just passing. Just passing. Oh, look, Yo's forward with some skirms. Lucho walled for the most part. He'll be throwing up some panic walls to keep the skirms out. Yo doing a second TC of his own. The Mangonels at the front still keep pushing. 1 Mangonel on the way back for Lucho. The way skirms are microed these days, I don't know if that's even going to be able to clear that. Probably favor the skirms even in that situation. We're looking for redemption. Redemption is in. Redemption is in. And wherever Yo has monks, that's going to be scary if you can get conversions on the Mangonels. Down here, looks like the skirms. Oh, we got another demo. We have another demo. We have to be careful. There are Mangonels over here and a demo at the dock in the south. Skirms getting back. The monks want conversions. Demo 64%, about to pop out. There's another demo in that dock. The monks do not get conversions. They have to be pulled back, but they'll hop in the TC. Skirms avoiding. And now onto dry land is Yo. He'll take the hill and force the Vils away. 1 demo is out, but Yo should be able to see that. Mangonel coming down too. And the monk wants a conversion at the front. The monk will have to pull back and hop in the TC again, though. There's a Hulk. The Hulk should die to the skirms, but 1 Mangonel shot on the skirms. Yo not quite paying attention, but they are uphill. The Mangonel is just working on the blacksmith on the other side by the TC. And chasing the skirms, chasing them into a demo. Here's the demo. Can we get a second demo hit? Not quite, not quite. Skirms get to land. Skirms get to land in time. And Yo's doing a castle. That's going to be time to make Leichai for him then. He got a second TC up in time. He's matching Lucho in the Vils. Lucho going for a 3rd TC now. But Yo's going to have a powerful, unique unit on the way. He needs to get some farming space, though. If he loses this TC, all of his farms disappear. At the same time, he's running out of fish. The longer the game goes, the less efficient the fish are. Oh, those monks really want conversions of the Mangonels. Devotion on the way for Lucho. Devotion. The skirms come back. Oh, he wants a conversion on the demo. Oh my gosh, if Yo converts the demo, he can go for the Vils. And Lucho just deletes it. Does not want the demo to be converted. Less efficient. Aquino, hello Aquino. It looks like Yo, if he's not going to repair, he'll lose the TC. There's still another demo with the skirms maybe staying on land. Monk here wants a conversion. As the TC crumbles, we'll have finally a defensive workshop from Yo. And that demo not going to find the skirms. But Lucho can retreat to that TC. And demo goes down. Mangonel pressuring the tower. Crossbow's going to take some tower fire, though. And is Lucho paying attention to the Mangonel? He moves the crossbows over. They'll pick off 1 monk. They don't have any TCs to garrison in. And the other monk will get away. Crossbows don't have ballistics. Don't dive the tower. Don't kill your own crossbows. Okay. There's a couple of crossbows going down. Another Mangonel hit pops out of the workshop, but it can't pathfind around that narrow alleyway. And now the Mangonels, Completely missed the skirms. Oh, there's the conversion. There are 2 mangonel conversions. Finally, that's what Yo needed. 2 conversions on the mangonels. 1 mangonel goes down. Can it get a good shot? What can it clear? Can it get the other mangonel? No, it can't, but the monk wants a conversion. Where's it converting from? From over here. Ooh, those mangonels didn't land shots anywhere. The monk goes down, doesn't get a conversion. Another mangonel on the way for Yo, and Lucho, I think he's continuing to pull ahead here. Skirm converted. Red Cliffy calling the GG. Oh, okay. That mangonel. Oh, no. Somehow, Lucho not hitting his own crossbows there. Little smiles betray. Oh, but Yo is not done. He's going for the YOLO forward castle. One crossbow will see that. Now he's putting all of his eggs in one basket here. Lucho selling everything at the market to buy his own defensive castle. He needs to send more vills and get this up faster. If I were Lucho, I'd be sending more vills right now. Here comes some Lechai. And they'll be raiding. Making a castle in a safe spot in his base feels wrong. Well, hopefully this one feels more right. Which flag do we like more, chat? Which flag do we like more? I think they're both pretty nice. This one doesn't connect. Doesn't connect. There's like the top and the bottom are separate, just waving in the breeze there.
Let us give the infidel dogs
I feel like
of the
they'd be
West
flapping
a sight
around
the
a bit more if
likes
they're not
of
connected.
which no son of
And Ray,
Europe
thank you so
has
much for the sub.
seen.
Anyo doing a tower. Here comes the Lechai. Lucho up 90 to 64 vills. He's clicked imp. When he clicks MP, well, I'd say he could win a Treb fight. It'll be traction Trebs for him as a 3 Kingdom Civ. He's Lechai gonna do some raiding though. Almost gone from a 30 vil lead to a 20 vil lead. Lucho's gonna lose some vills. Oh, Yo's rebuilt a TC in his initial TC spot. Back up to 2 TCs. Finally, we're getting a university for Lucho. There you go for a ram. The ram goes down. He's got ballistics on the way. Another ram queued. Crossbows into skirm. Cleaned up as Bloodlines is on the way for Yo. And a monk will put a relic in the monastery. Another house up for Lucho. Lechai keep running around. Looking for, a fight against Cav Archers. Woo, Cav Archers. How have I seen that unit before? Not good. No heavy Cav Archer, no Thumb Ring, no Parthian, no Final Armor. But Bracer, why not? Why not? Lithuanians have good skirms. And Yo shouldn't be worried about the rams as all the Lechai he has. He'll go heal up in the castle again. Not good at all. Good enough to raid vills. 10 vills will run away. There's the bowsaw for Yo. That castle looks like it'll go down soon. Feels like Lucho's winning the fight and he'll get the traction trib. Not sure what else Yo's hoping to accomplish here, as Lucho even has a mining camp on on the gold island to the north. Scorpion will be attacking the house in the south. We'll have padded archer armor for Lucho. And ballistics also for Yo. I don't believe that increases the healing rate, Mouse Puddles. I think you just get the building rate. I don't think the monk contributes anything inside. Monk has to be outside to heal. He needs the warm sun powering the solar panel that is his bald head to give him the energy to heal. So Cav Archer's dancing for Lucho. I know Yo likes to hold on. Yo actually has taken a Vil lead here. Now, that's the one thing I was worried about, that Yo would be able to take a Vil lead if Lucho clicked him too quickly. But he's cleaned the forward castle, cleared all of the pressure, and now can go for a forward castle of his own. One tower he'll need to kill. A couple of fire archers would be good for taking the castle down. Yeah, against the melee Leichai, maybe. Lucho wanting to take some water in the north. Oh yeah, there's a beta version of Capture Rage I saw with some fun features, and the features include the ropes of the Hulk. Capture Rage next release finally will be able to render the ropes. Also, ooh, I saw that Cav Archer running off the edge of the map. You can't hide from us, Nilly. Also, it's going to have a larger mouse cursor, so this small mouse cursor I've been casting with will finally get larger again. And there is Imperial Age on the way for Yo in the back TC. He does manage to get up. He still has a castle at home for some Leichai. That safe one at home, the one that still stands. The traction trebs will push the TC. Have I never had it? No, I don't know if I still am, but a while ago they had a VIP program where I have a early access. I just prefer to use the free version. As much as possible, I prefer using free software. I'm not a fan of the subscription model. So another TC for Yo. And traction trebs. Ooh, trying to kill some Leichai. Traction trebs still scary for units. You can convert them from afar, but they outrange monks. They have 14 range, kind of like a bombard cannon with an extra range. They're actually quite good against monks. Monks really don't work against them. They have enough accuracy that they kill the monks too. And with 50 attack, they one-shot them. So Yo's Imp, he does gain access to the gold in the north. Still raiding with Leichai. Well, if there's a player who can pull this back, it's Yo. There you go, Tower Shields, Chemistry, Bracer, which... he's running out of map control and running out of farming space. Good thing for him is that he does have the gold. And now we need another demo to clear those Leichai. Traction trebs will take a while to destroy the castle. You'll be able to hold for a bit. He needs more houses. He's housed at 150 pop. Blue tractions are the best. What they do? They need a unique tech though, right? They need... yeah, they need Sitting Tiger. Oh, but there we go. Sitting Tiger's on the way for more projectiles. We'll get the final armor at that blacksmith too. Nice handcart for Lucho. Blacksmith 32 HP as the monk wants a conversion. And look at how tiny those projectiles are. Look at how small they are. Oh, they're so small. And they're not hitting the blacksmith. What are they even attacking? They destroyed a house. Do they do any damage? That looks like it's gonna do 0 damage. So small. Like all you need is an umbrella and you're safe from that. You know, half the civs, Gajuras is still kind of new. I 100% agree with you, Aquino. No idea what the woo. Maybe the Lithuanians. I don't know what they do. They're Skirm and Lechai. Now that's the play for that's what I've learned about them. Skirm, Lechai, and sometimes Cav archers, and sometimes hand cannoneers, but usually Skirm, Lechai. One latest 2 HP rating in the back. Stone walls there, and Yo making a push in the south. Making a push in the south, killing quite a few vills. And Lucho has been unable to finish off Yo. And Yo has held on for so long. Getting to the Lithuanian late game, getting to the point where the Three Kingdom civs kind of fall off. And Lucho going for Cav archers. Not really a unit that packs quite a punch. They're not cataphracts. And ooh, the traction treb just manages to survive on 3 HP. Well, Lucho made an attempt to get back on water, but against these feudal age ships, he wasn't even able to do it. And Yo, now the water matters for the TC location. Yo controlling the north and controlling the south as he's pushing back, and Yo is going to do this. Yo is going to hold on and win this game. Somehow, someway, heavy Quakeguan cap for Lucho. I don't think he'll have the gold for that. No more gold in his base. Just adding in farms. Getting in farms, no control of the south, no control of the north. Yo even has 4 relics. As Lithuanians, he has all 4 relics, been fighting with 4 relics this whole time. And Yo's resources, he's getting to 200 pop. Lucho is collapsing. Man, I thought this was completely over when Yo was pushed back. But the Cav Archer is not really doing anything against the Lithuanian skirms. That's a tough combo to fight. Oh, now heavy Cav archer for Yo saying, I'll show you how to make a proper Cav archer. The Lithuanian Cav archers, they miss Parthian. Otherwise, they're fully upgraded. Well, here come the Quakeguan Cav. Those, they have less HP but more armor. They should die horribly to the Lechai. The Lithuanian should be great against this unit. And, well, there you go. There's the GG. Yo is victorious. He does it. He holds on. Despite the demo from Lucho. You can see the demo on the timeline right here. Boom, that count goes down. 248 kills. Lithuanian late game is strong. Strong indeed. Lucho even had more res collected. But forced to call it. So let me Alt-Tab, update my scoreboard. That's a win for Yo. And we'll tab back out, update the rest of the scoreboard. A win for Yo on high tides. And also for the civs, there's Lithuanians over the Woo, the first picked Woo from Lucho. And they're in the lobby for game 2. The demo's been nerfed. Players who use it are destined to fail. I need to go start a coffee while I'm doing the ads, so I'll be back in just a minute. I need some coffee to get through today. So stay tuned. I'm gonna put some coffee on. Alright, the coffee is on. And so is the game. It'll be on Monocle. Yo was losing? Doubted Yo then. Oh, I forgot to leave the game from the game. Noob caster. I just gotta leave the previous game before you can join the next one. And here we are. Just swap my scoreboard. There we are. Okay. Game number 2. We have Yo up 1-0, and the map will be Monocle. Monocle with all the shorefish on the outside of the map. Some of these rocks and skeletons. A really interesting, pretty looking map, I think. And it's giving us some fun Men-at-Arms gameplay. And we'll probably see Flemish Militia from Yo. No doubt that's what he will go for. The Lucho is the Khmer? Not sure. On paper, garrisoning in houses should be a nice bonus. Being able to stay alive out by all the shorefish and box turtles. I don't know how they're going to be able to fight the Burgundians, though. I don't know what the Khmer can do to stand up to the Flemish militia. Maybe we'll have some type of fancy fast feudal build, skipping the barracks or not needing buildings. Skipping the barracks and skipping the mill, just doing a lumber camp. There's a third house. To me, Italians and Slavs are still new civs. So board chasing the Vil. We'll chase that Vil back under the TC. TC will get some arrows at the boar. Boar goes down. And there's double bit axe, Dark Age double bit axe for Yo. Emphasizing the double bit axe rather than a super fast feudal. And originally the map had javelinas. But once the DLC dropped, and the javelinas were updated only to have 300 food, I've replaced them with boars. Javelinas now have new graphics. But also different amounts of food. So that changes things up a bit. Ooh, Lucho needs to get the boar under the TC. There he goes. Okay, scout, horse back. Oh, okay, quadruple turkey steal from Lucho. Okay, Yo gets one back. Now Vild's has got to be careful, he doesn't have loom. He's gonna be on the hill by the scout. Loom clicked for Lucho. And Yo gets 2 of the turkeys back. Now it's time to kill the turkeys. Yo will be call it cold turkey. Oh, Lucho gonna grab one more. Oh, where's that one going? Might have been a missed double click there selecting that one. And it is feudal for Lucho, so he'll be up first. I usually expect the Burgundians to be the second civ up. More Vils going out to the shorefish, and now we look for the barracks. Where shall the barracks be placed for Yo? There's feudal. Vils going back and forth mining gold, adding in a mining camp. And feudal age for Yo. That's the pirate's favorite letter. R. Remember Squidward's joke in that episode of SpongeBob But I thought Krabs was a robot. Like, why couldn't the... What was it, the young kid? He had an age. Like, why couldn't the 7-year-old get into the pirate movie? It was rated R. His first love is the sea. Mr. Krabs is a robot. There was also that episode with robot crabs, where Plankton almost stole the Krabby Patty formula. Ravioli, ravioli, give me the formuoli. Other pirates would yell, "I." I. Well, forward barracks from Yo. He's going forward. He's going forward. Has Lucho seen this? No, his scout is forward. Maybe he's got to be thinking, though, wait a minute, Yo hasn't done a barracks at home. Where's his barracks? He's walled himself off fully. Oh, there's the barracks. Early blacksmith. So skipping the barracks, simply going for a range. Okay, so we're anticipating the militia. Lucho wants to get a head start on the archer production, and we'll go straight for the archers and straight for fletching. There's a range for Yo, looking to go for skirmishers against the archers. The Vils will fight the militia at the start as the archer numbers get pumped out of the range. There is fletching. So both players clearly with builds for this situation. Skirms now for Yo against the early aggression from the archers. Archers, though, you get a good mass of them, and you have a hill and fletching, you can kind of fight skirms. Keyword there probably being kind of. Bill's turn to fight the Flemish militia. And the Vil will be picked off. Down he goes. There's one Vil kill. Militia's still pushing some Vils. They're low HP, but then so are the militia. And Lucho himself didn't go too heavily into archers, has quickly transitioned into skirms. And tried to get the archers forward. Now look at a tower up in defense for Yo, get a couple of archer kills at the base of the tower. Maybe Lucho can pick off a Vil, but feels like Yo still is getting the better end of the stick in terms of the aggression so far. Doing some damage around these ponds. I have another archery range for Lucho. As the skirms have to get back. Now make Flemish without clicking the button. Yes, they can. They now have it as an option in the feudal age. That scar number, you don't think the militia are as dangerous? Maybe not. Maybe not, especially with fletching and a hill bonus. See, they only have 1 pierce armor. Everything will be contributing there. They count as spearmen? No, they do not. The spear attack bonus that the skirms get does not apply to the Flemish militia. But they do have an attack bonus against horses, yes. You have an attack against cav, +6. So more meals going up for Lucho as he keeps moving around on the shorefish. Maybe he needs some houses out here just to take advantage of being the Khmer. Militia goes down. And ooh, a Vil killed by the militia. They're stable as a couple of ranges start helping out archers.
Pozoto. Abuchaivis. Si. Pozoto.
There'll be horse collar and forging for Yo.
Abuchaivis. Pozoto.
And there is the tower.
Si. Pozoto. Abuchaivis. Si. Pozoto.
And fletching on the way for Yo.
Abuchaivis. Si. Abuchaivis. Pozoto. Si.
This feels like an army that Lucho should be winning the fight with, but it's just awkward to take the fight properly. Now he has the archers out, and he needs to micro 2 groups. He picks Chimera, doesn't build defensive houses. Well, he does click up first. And looking at Yo's resources, Yo doesn't look like he's anywhere close to clicking up. It's not just like cute and I've missed it, no. I'll need to do more mills for more shorefish soon.
Si. Pozoto. Si. Abuchaivis. Pozoto. Si. Pozoto. Abuchaivis. Si. Abuchaivis.
Alright, Flemish militia picked off by archers. And arson. Alright, arson on the way for Yo.
Pozoto. Abuchaivis. Pozoto.
He's gonna stay full feudal.
Si.
So it's gonna be full feudal for Yo. Against the Castle Age now. From Lucho, who's doing armor, has the stable. And Lucho... Could he go elephants here? Because there's no attack bonus against elephants from the militia, just against cav. Who's being... Oh, it's a knight. I was hoping it was an elephant. I was hoping for the elephant. Also, they've had their classes removed and changed a bit. Okay. That happens in DE quite a bit. You rebalance things.
Si.
Did it say +6 versus elephants? Oh, it does say +6 against elephant units. Okay. You know, I was looking for war elephant. I was looking for war elephant, and I didn't see the W. You are correct. +6 against elephant units.
Si.
Yeah, so total +12. I was just hoping for an elephant, okay? Well, Lucho is hoping for a good crossbow raid, as that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now a 6th villager. Ooh, no, he dodges. Thanks, DE. In AOC, those crossbows would have hit there. But you can't hit Vills walking away in straight lines in DE. So Yo up to the Castle Age, and let Vil getting stuck on the farm. But this is a lot of pressure. There's that final Vil. Oh my gosh, that's going to be another 5 dead Vils. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, they're back on the berries. No, 6, 7, 8. Oh, well, Lucho's tied up the Vil difference now. And with crossbows, he can fend off the feudal army, especially with the knight to help deal with skirms. Lucho not quite microing those crossbows, that's because he wants more Vil kills. And he has enough crossbows he can just fight the feudal skirms anyway. Yo losing everything. Losing absolutely everything. In feudal, he didn't manage to get any of the Castle Age eco upgrades anyway. So 15 to 10 eco KD now for Lucho.
Posato. Sì, Davis.
And crossbows need to break back out of that wall. And ooh, if he could find that wood line, especially if he could sneak in ballistics somehow, that'd be great. There's a mining camp for Lucho. GG. Are you calling GG again, Red Cliffy? Didn't Yo show last game not call GG too early? He'll do a tower on his back wood line, and as the Burgundians, he will probably look to make Castilier. I think he'll want some Castilier. That's tricky. That he is. That he is.
Bart.
Bonjour.
And now the crossbows will get under the wood line. And this is going to be... oh, this is going to be devastating for Yo, as if he wasn't dead enough already. I don't know, where's he? Oh, he's got more crossbows over here. There are crossbows everywhere. 24 to 4 military. There's the GG. And Lucho is victorious. He ties it up 1-1. And well done. Check out the stats for the military. 76 to 36 KD in favor of Lucho. They had equal military when he hit the Castle Age, and then the Castle Age military kicked in. All right. Monocle is a home map for a reason. So Yo calls the GG. And we'll grab the maps right here. It's a win for Lucho on his home map of Monocle. And with the civs, that is a win for the Khmer over the Burgundians. So I was dadding the Khmer at the start of that game. I was wrong. Khmer strong. All right, I need to grab my coffee. I'll be right back for Northern Crossings' Game 3. You're at 99% map exploration. That is a very important stat. Something you always want to win. And Northern Crossings, our final game. And here we are. We will have Lucho as the blue Maya to the northwest, and Yo as the red Vikings to the southeast. Maya on a water map. They will now have the catapult galleon. I've not seen this yet, but they will be better in the late game on water with that. They have shipwright for hulks, fires, heavy demos, and galley. Actually, the Maya are pretty good on water. They just miss, what, the upgrade to careening and the upgrade to clinker construction. Guess that's dry dock and something else. I forget the names of the new techs. They don't have incendiaries, they don't have the fire upgrades, but they're actually going to be decent late game. Probably not Vikings level still. But okay. Vikings have always been a civ I think is interesting against the Maya. Berserks and their good infantry should be good against eagles. Good archer line, so Lucho will have to make sure he doesn't have a single-minded avoidance of Maya skirms. Cata what? The catapult galleon. They decided that all those years that the American civs did not have access to cannon galleons and were fine, were actually not fine, and they needed a catapult galleon. So it's a long-range ship to destroy buildings, analogous to a cannon galleon, but doesn't require chemistry. Kind of like a droman in that regard. Akino's there with me and not knowing what all the new stuff is. There's a dock from Lucho.
Win.
Or will be taken under the TC. And Yo will scout the back dock. Oh, what's that eagle doing? What's that eagle doing? Okay, eagle on the transport. Oh, even the transports have the new flags. I'm not sure what I think of the Maya flags, though. Does the orientation of it being taller rather than like horizontal makes it look less like a flag to me. Is it weaker? I genuinely have no idea what its stats are. I think no matter what, it's somewhat stronger because of the timing, not requiring chemistry.
Shot it.
Remember, timings often matter more than stats. Imagine if the eagle lames the boar.
Oh.
Also, no champy for Yo this set.
Tabish. Win.
Now, since the palisades going up. So you actually can wall the shallows. You can't wall on the rock terrain, but you can wall on the beach terrain. So if you were to wall along the beach, you could wall the shallows, but a lot of walling. I've never seen anyone do it, and it wouldn't help against transports, and since you start with a transport, transports are the way to go on the map, for the most part. You can already see the makings of a wall for Lucho across the front of his base. Is he going to put 3 vills in? I don't think you can fit 3 vills on the inside. Also, let me know if you hear any background noise on the mic because my heat just turned on. If that feels like it's loud or annoying, I can go turn that off. It's a long distance gold mine there. Alright. We'll have some militia queued for Lucho. There's loom for Yo. Freezing for the fans. Hello, Dirty Squirrel. I think the noise filter in OBS does a good job of filtering it out, but I also can distinctly hear a degradation in quality while it's on. But now that it's March, hopefully it'll be on less than it had been in the past. We have another week until spring. So Lucho up to feudal. We'll have feudal also for Yo. Man-at-Arms on the way. And where are the militia? Oh, they are on the transport. There we are, transport ship, men-at-arms, along with an archery range, so forward range for Lucho. He will have 4 fishing ships in the back. Not going to play a water game against the Vikings. The Vikings who do not have Hulk. Oh, no. They do have all 3 lines of ships, but they don't get demos anymore. They don't get the useless ship. They still get longboats. Oh, wait, why do the Vikings have catapult? Wait, what? The Vikings have catapult galleons instead of cannon galleons? Wait. But then they also have cannon. They have both? Wait, what? Oh, the Vikings have both? Okay. Is Capturage lying to us? I didn't think they had both. My god, what have they done to Age of Empires? Why not? I guess why not? So, Men-at-Arms Trush. Yo heading over to Stone. He'll go for another lumber camp. I'll have a couple of stone walls up for Yo. Give them turtle ships as well. That's what I thought they should have done for the American civs. Gives them turtle ships because they had them in the original Montezuma campaign. Oh, they just threw some turtle ships in there. Why not? At least it was a thing that existed. So Yo will go to stonewall everything and do whatever it takes to stop the men-at-arms from breaking in. He himself will have 6 fishing ships sailing around in the back, doing their thing, taking the fish. Might need some more docks. Some more stone here for Yo. House goes down. And there'll be another tower on the way for Yo. As he's up to the castle age, this time it is Yo who is up to the castle age first. It is Yo who is up. And fletching for Lucho.
Shot it. Tabish.
The only thing that keeps them from releasing Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds DLC is a licensing fee from Disney. Also the fact I heard the Forgotten Empires reached out to Disney and Disney just didn't reply at one point. I'm sure Galactic Battlegrounds DE would have been fun. Ooh, nice little triangle flag there. I like that. I like that. They already have tried, yes. They already have tried. Not a DLC, but probably just a remaster of that game. Which would have, I mean, with the engine complete, would have just been making the graphic assets. Maybe redoing some audio. Then again, Star Wars audio, that probably exists in various forms. It'll happen when Disney acquires Microsoft. Or Microsoft acquires Disney, who knows who does what. You could make it a Chronicles thing, for sure. There are villagers. There's a workshop for Yo. So Lucho with the score lead, but stuck in feudal. Yo gonna do a defensive workshop and a scorpion. Only 82 stone, but maybe he could look to boom after getting a scorpion out. Just add the Empire and the Rebels. Now there were lots of civs. It came out between episode 1 and episode 2, and then the expansion was after episode 2. There's no episode 3 stuff reflected in it. But the Clone Wars were the expansion. You want your Jar Jar Binks hero? That's why the Grajurs have the Galactic Battlegrounds Garrison, Herdables, and the Mill ability. You can play as Jar Jar Binks. So Castle from Lucho, still forward, applying pressure. The Mangonel, not a Scorpion, but a Mangonel clears 2 men-at-arms. And we'll get the 3rd, down it goes. Yeah, the Gungans, Wookiees, Republic, Confederacy, Rebels, Empire. And there were more still. There were more still.
Shike. Shot it. Tabish.
Were the Naboo a Civ? I mean, soon AI can probably just generate galactic battlegrounds for us. Getting a random friend request on Discord while I'm trying to stream. What is that? And the tower will go down, taken down by the Mangonel. And Yo is victorious? What? Did Lucho drop? Lucho drop? I mean, AI probably can stream for us soon.
Ashike.
AI can do everything for us. Doesn't feel like a GG there. I mean, the longboats are... Maybe it is if there are longboats on the water attacking the fish. Maybe that is... No, let me just double check that that's a GG and not just a drop. I don't see any broadcaster announcements. Lucho's not in the voice chat anymore. That could indicate his internet completely dropped and he's not in the voice chat. But... Where's the T90 stream? Let me double check what's going on there. His scoreboard still says 1-1. So I'm gonna guess that is maybe a drop. Broadcaster announcements. Lucho has a power outage. Okay. I was right. That wasn't a rage quit there. That was a power outage. Alright, well, we can look at stats so far. We can check out stats. 6-1 KD for Yo. Feels like it should be more than that. Well, yeah, Lucho's ahead in eco. He's ahead in military numbers. He's taking some losses there. The forward's kind of clean. He's losing the fish. Well, that's certainly not over. We have a quick look at the group. Sure, why not? It's actually, I think, an important game because they're 1-1. If Lucho wins this, does he actually win a tiebreaker over Yo and relegate Yo? Now that I think about this? Right, because they're 1-1. So that would be 5-4. They're both ahead of Siscon then. But then if Lucho wins this game, then it's 5-5, and they each have one set win, and then Lucho wins the head-to-head. So actually, yeah, this is a fight for 4th place versus relegation. That is a big time for Lucho to have a power outage. Oh, no, yeah, so games, sets, and then head-to-head would be the tiebreaker. So yeah, whoever wins stays, whoever loses is relegated. Oof, that is a rough time to have a power outage if you're Lucho. May go down with a win if Siscon sweeps. Siscon would have to sweep Hart then. Or get 2 wins against Hart, actually. So if Lucho gets a win, then he has 5 wins. If Siscon then gets 2 wins, he would have the set win advantage. Siscon could still stay in 4th. But yeah, whoever loses this match is definitely relegated. And Yo's opening 3-0 against Siscon is looking more and more important for him. What a mess. The mess kind of makes it fun. Just kind of make it fun. So now we're just waiting for Lucho to come back. Hoping that he comes back. This is not the time to have a power outage. But yeah, so is anyone else going to be over in London for Red Bull? That's coming up really soon. I have my flights and everything booked. This is going to be a quick trip for me. I leave Friday morning, I land Friday evening. Saturday, Sunday, Monday's the event. Tuesday, I fly back. There's some grace period for how long to wait? Not really, honestly, not really. Here, there's 7-hour flights, which are quite long, quite annoying. But that's how you get to the UK. I'm gonna park my car in Newark Airport. Hope that it stays there. It's a little over 7 hours, yeah. There would be more now. I do have, thankfully, a direct flight. I did do the cheap route, though, and I didn't pick my seat on it. So I'm hoping I don't get shoved into a middle seat. Most flights from NYC to London are overnight flights, but this is a daytime flight. With the time zone change, it's 12 hours. Yeah, you'll take the train, you'll be nice and local. When you were young, you once flew to Brazil, it took 13 hours. That's a longer flight. When I'm going to go to the Brazil land this summer, that's like 10 hours. That is a much longer flight. Onamaru can pay to put me in a seat, though, for that one. Alright, so I guess we're just waiting for Lucho. Don't see him around. Maybe Arbase will tell us if something happens. This is an elimination situation. Do I think Viper goes to Gold League? Let's look at those standings then. Does Viper go to Gold? What does he have left? He has to play Mihai. I mean, there is a chance if Viper gets swept by Mihai and Dragonstar sweeps Dark. Remember, Dark has one win, so Dragonstar sweeping Dark won't be out of the question. Dragonstar has a head-to-head tiebreaker over Viper. Actually, there is a pretty darn good chance that Viper goes down to Gold. There's a pretty good chance of that. A phone picture with the street lamps out? I don't even remember that. Is that someone trying to prove they had a power outage by showing the street lamps out? That's the most Age of Empires thing I've ever heard. Fire's done that. Any update on the disconnect? I've gotten no updates other than it's likely his power comes back on in 15 minutes. We will wait until that time. So 15 minutes, chat. 15 minutes to kill. At least I have my coffee. I don't remember Fire doing that, no. I just remember that epic Spaden post on AOC Zone back when we were young and named it properly. With that epic scheduling rant. Well, we do have some time to kill. Can I show something? I did something earlier today, and I enjoyed it. Let me show you what I did. Also, I'm thinking of removing the name and viewer count from the webcam. I had done that. I think it just kind of clutters it a bit too much. Maybe I need to redo that part of the overlay. But I had cleaned my mods folder. I had 197 mods, and the more mods I had, the longer it took the game to launch. So I cleaned this up, and I got down to 17. All of the map packs that I had subbed to over the years, I unsubbed. All of the mods and the maps I had scripted over the years, I moved them to another folder. So they're not directly in my mods folder. They're in another folder now. And this takes much less time for the game to start and stop now. I did some cleaning. It's almost spring. It's March. I did some before spring cleaning and cleaned my mods folder. And now this is much, much more compact. Also, I took all of the local mods I have. Not the ones I toggle on and off, like the small trees mod, sometimes I turn that off for campaigns. And then these mods, like the tooltips and the Civ emblems, sometimes they get updated. The menu, we know we gotta toggle that off for maintenance, but I put them all in one folder. I don't know if this helps, but it makes the menu cleaner, at least. I don't know if this helps the launch time or hurts it now that they're all shoved together. This is only one now. No S&M mods? I do not have any S&M mods. Then the maps we're working on now, Rage Forest, TTL, and Brazilian Dynasties. Sitting down there at the bottom. I showed this off already. We can take a look at the Brazilian. Oh yeah, same thing. I need to clean up my scenarios folder. I need to clean this out. This menu takes longer to create when you have more scenarios. I don't know why these have question marks. Like, how do you not know how many triggers there are? I've seen it say -1 before. The terrain restrictions might get messed up. Well, these are the Brazil maps. We got to kill 15 minutes. This is our Amazon River map. Every player has their TC on an island. You get 3 wood lines, some capybaras, and then javelinas on opposite ends of the bridges. We use bridges on the map. And then there's some mangrove shallows down the middle. The thought of the bridges is that you can not completely lose access to water if you lose the middle. You still have a back to retreat to. You can transport back and forth so you don't have to walk across the bridges if you want. And then Araucarias. This is kind of like a Haboob Black Forest hybrid, where you can fish boom in ponds if you want. There are groups of 3 javelinas / tabir. Oh my gosh, I thought the bird was a boar for a second. In each of the passages, kind of like triple tunnel too. Then 2 ponds per player where you can fish boom if you want. This little windy path going down the middle there. Made that wibble a bit. And then we have Coast Arena. Coast Arena, we all know that from TTL. I just readjusted the relic positioning ever so slightly for this. Trying to make it a bit more fair. Because occasionally we had a missing relic for TTL. But nothing too bad. An islands map now. Islands map. There are 3 neutral islands. You can do 3 ranges on each. There are some whales out in the water. Oh, that's kind of a back whale. Yeah, whales in the water. The players get lots of gold there. Kind of like a Pacific Islands plus Islands hybrid. Some resources in the center island. Islands really encourages you to spread out. It's not like a super aggressive Baltic-like map. I think there's room to run around and have different strategies. You don't start the transport either. Then this is the barrels map. There are gunpowder kegs in the DLC, so explosive barrels are hidden around the map. Or hidden, they're in plain sight. They're not really hidden. They're in the same spots roughly every game, but yeah, they're there so you can blow up entry into your enemy base. You see someone mining gold in the middle, blow up the barrels, kill their vills. And some rock terrain running around the outside. I layered it with some water. I think it looks actually quite pretty. The way it's layered there. And Soy Marinensis. This one, we have a lot of little shorefish ponds, kind of like a coast to mountain African clearing combination in some ways. You can go very far for a far dock, or you could try to mill the fish and go aggressive on land instead. Different ways to play this one. It rotates around, goes in all 4 directions, which is extra lovely. And then Monte Pascual. This one also rotates. But I added a whole bunch of black panthers to the top. The very top, make it look fancy. Some jaguars around here, guarding all the golds and stuff. Start a little island, you play almost a game of pilgrims. Going to the middle. Are they all both fish and whale? Well, the Amazon one isn't both fish and whale. The two big islands ones, I do have whales, and Lansari Mariensis, I added some whales. And Pantanal, kind of, it's a land nomad map. Kind of like Inundation, remember from WWC. Fixed a couple of bugs the other day in this one, but yeah, basically kind of open land nomad. Not sure what the meta is going to be here if you TC the middle or the outside. Gold in the middle, stone on the outside, a bit more food on the outside. There are no javelinas, but that's probably because I generated other maps first. Then this one, if you've seen the map Terrace, this is Terrace. I tried to balance the extra res and the relics a bit more. I see slight relic advantage for red. Not going to be perfect, but it's Age of Empires. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. You have different sets of elevation that keep climbing all the way to the top on the edge of the map. I changed the forests and the scenery towards the tops. And Sertao, this is our open map, kind of Arabia-esque. Resources spread around. Yeah, Kino, there are oysters and whales now that fishing ships can gather for wood. And then our valley map with the shorefish that turn to rock terrain, ensuring that you cannot actually wall. This wall goes up and down, or this passage goes up and down, entire length of the map, separating the two halves. So yeah, I had fun with that. I had fun designing some maps. Let's see, is Lucho back yet? Lucho's power is back on. We are working on using Restore, assuming it is a fair state. Alright, good. They are trying to restore. That's what I want to see. It's like Yo's in a lobby. I'll click the automatically spectate when the match starts button. I've been really happy with how the maps turned out for TTL. I think this is probably the best project that we've had. And just resort to never play water ever? That sounds like a good idea, honestly. Now myself, I haven't been the biggest fan of the balance changes. Now my shoulder's still sore from trying to rehab it. We're hoping that they have a restore that they can use. Unfortunately, Lucho's power dropped. And this is an important game where whoever loses is eliminated, and you don't want to be eliminated because your power dropped. I suppose not the worst way to be eliminated after seeing what Nikov went through the other week. But something you prefer to avoid nevertheless. You woke up at like 3 p.m. today and suddenly it's all snow outside. It's mid-March. I mean, where I grew up in Jersey, sometimes we even got snow in May. Weather patterns are probably a bit different now, but mid-March is still potential snow. Less likely, but still not out of the ordinary. I'm gonna have to do some experiments soon. And, see, because whenever I do map scripting now, everyone's like, can I use AIs to write map scripts? I'll have to really sit down and experiment. See if Cloud or Claude or Gemini or ChatGPT can actually write a map script. Snow experiments? No snow experiments. AI experiments. Or rather LLM experiments. I don't really like the term AI. I much prefer the term LLM. Or big data. I think that there were more accurate descriptions of what's happening. I'll try to draw a snow angel. We could try making a snow map. Hello, Marty Lord. Oh, that is a cute animated snowman. Oh, it's so happy. I was like bouncing around. Aw, that is really cute. So I see Yo in a lobby. Let's see, is Arbase typing in anything else? See, Lucho's back in a voice chat. Lucho's back in a... Don't kill it. Don't kill it. I'm sure Yo's got a good smoke break in. And we'll see. Hopefully they have a restore game and don't have to start from the beginning. Didn't they add code? I don't know what the current standards for ChatGPT are. Because everything I've seen, the vibes have been that Claude is the better engine. Or better agent? I don't even know what to describe them as. I need to get brushed up on my vocabulary terms. I think that would be a cool YouTube video. Can LLMs or can AI write map scripts? LLM, large language model. Oh, JBR is typing. Yeah, they also didn't sign a deal with the American government, which is a big pro. And the American government stopped using Anthropic models to swap to ChatGPT, which is the horrible downgrade, it would seem, for the American government. There is no fair restore file. We will be restarting game number 3. There used to be a way to create your own restore files from Rex, but I don't think DE lets you do that anymore. The British ETA? Oh yes, I had to do that thingy. Yes, I had to go to the app. I never had to do that in years past, but I guess it's a new thing. But yeah, I had to do that. Pay like an extra 20 bucks. Canadians, I guess, have special ability to visit the UK, right? Because they're still under the authority of the king, or something like that. Kind of like Australians. I just remember years ago, Robo had advantages of being an Australian and how he was able to get the visa to work for Escape Gaming. So yeah, it looks like they are restarting due to lack of a restore file. It'll presumably be the same map and same civs, but we'll get an extra game of Age of Empires. So let me just run an ad break now to make sure that they're off during the games and Twitch doesn't give us ads during the games as we're getting the restart boosted. The restart boosted. Still see Yo in the lobby. Oh, there we go. Which is running the ad break. Well, yeah, let's all go to the lobby. Make sure I'm using Capture Age properly. Yeah, and YouTube's always special. You don't get the ads. You get all the full between game ramblings. Kind of like esports visas. Well, I'm not going there to cast. I'm just going to the UK to watch. I don't know if I need anything like that to go to Brazil. I'll need to look into that. Brazil should be free. Oh, also Aquino. Is Aquino not getting an ad right now? As Twitch is telling me it's playing ads, but that's individual though. Sometimes it doesn't play them for people. Got a 6 seconds. That's not too bad. I still just see Yo in the lobby. So let's make sure I'm not missing something. So 1890's not in the game yet himself. Chat is live. Thank you, Twitch. Oh no. Twitch rewound. And this time you don't have the gift sub and you didn't get an ad. Sometimes it's country-based too. Use picture-in-picture on Firefox so you can still watch the stream while the ads run in the background. Oh, interesting. Didn't know that was a thing. I'll have to look into that myself. It is the most annoying thing when you're trying to watch someone's stream as part of like working and doing your own stream and then the ad pops up. A lot of the time, since I'm well known now, people just gift me subs. And then I can avoid ads. But yeah, so still waiting. Gotta restart this game. In Austria, 90% of the ads I get on Twitch is the super annoying one from Twitch itself that tells you to buy the subscription so you don't get ads. I get that one too. I've recently been over and over getting this ad of someone advertising some product to keep them, like, smelling good throughout the stream. I don't even know what the product is. It's gotten so annoying, I just kind of tune it out. Yeah, World of Warcraft ads. Alright, so Yo's still in the lobby. I don't see Lucho anywhere. Hopefully Lucho's power is letting him play? He's still in the voice chat. Okay, he's in the rec with JBR right now. He's sharing his screen. Not that one, Dirty Squirrel. Power outage is unfortunate. Minus 100 points for Yo. I hope not. I certainly hope not. Now, one thing I was thinking of, since we do so much stuff with Age of Empires, which obviously is like this Microsoft product, that's like a closed source game, right? And then you saw in that pathfinding video, Forgotten Empires had problems that the source history was lost from the original game to Hidden Path to Skybox to them. With AIs, I'm wondering if closed source becomes not a thing at some point. Because the original game with Scripter and the user patch had obviously been very decompiled. I wonder what the quality of decompilers will be like for AIs a few years from now. And maybe at some point we reach a point where they swap colors. There's no such thing as closed source software because we can decompile it so easily. And my game went out of sync. My game went out of sync. I tried to launch it. Lovely. Okay. Well. Is T90 able to watch the game? Looks like T90's able to watch the game. I'll just try joining again. Maybe if I just join in game. I don't know why it doesn't show the game. Yeah, I see they're in the game. The DE is not loading for me. Simply not loading for me. Alright. I just need to change their colors so they're consistent again. And okay, we didn't go out of sync. Okay, we didn't go out of sync that time. So welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. What happened to OpenAge? I don't think anything happened to it. The last I first saw OpenAge in 2015, and I haven't seen any progress on it since then. So OpenRCT2 obviously is a wonderful product, but OpenAge, I don't think there's ever been any movement on it. So, same thing as last time. Lucho setting the Eagle forward. I'll maybe try to snipe a dock. Oh, loses the Eagle to the TC. Not what he wants on the restore. Losing the Eagle to the TC. The game is paused. Alright, so I guess I've caught up. Paused by Lucho. Is he saying, oh no, my power went out and I lost my Eagle again? That would suck. Yeah, and same thing. He's doing militia. Wants to go for the forward, but Yo knows that that was his strategy now. And the fact that Lucho had a creative strategy planned for the map, I think, is a huge disadvantage for him now that Yo is prepared for it. Yo already basically walled up. Just give them 3 restarts. They did that for Masters of Hyper Random, and they had gotten to the point where as soon as one player remembered that they had restarts, they'd call all of their restarts in a row on one game. You'd have 3 or 4 games with no restart, and then suddenly 4 restarts in a row. Yo asking what is going on. And let's see, I don't see JBR in a chat anywhere. Feudal Age on the way for Lucho. Oh, and Ghetto Smurf, thank you very much for the sub.
My colleague and I will escort you to the Chateau of the Dauphin, or else we will die trying.
Thank you so much for the support. I'll be a tier 1 partner plus counting sub. Thank you very much. I need to stream more. I've been doing so much map scripting the past couple weeks. I need to get more Twitch subs again. we felt it's that the downside to being a streamer. You take a break for a couple weeks and you lose 200 subs.
Yes.
Okay, so apparently Lucho was asked to pause. Yo asked what's going on. Lucho's like, the game doesn't show on dashboard and casters can't see it. In-game spectator shows 17. Yes, okay, we can go. 14, okay. Admin probably just asked Lucho to pause. They went through a pause, and now we're good to go. And Yo, of course, will scout the militia in the transport now, so he knows exactly what's coming. Downside for Lucho is he didn't even get the Vil on the transport this time. So he won't be following up with a range, we'll be throwing a change up. It's up to Feudal, we'll be doing Man-at-Arms and Double-Bit Axe. I'm playing more at home this time. It'd be interesting to see if Lucho were to go for Plumed Archers, maybe. Like FC for Castle Plumes. Basically force the Viking into skirms and then eventually get better Maya skirms. You managed to get Hussite Wagon spammed on Arena during the break. Hussite Wagon's always a tricky unit to deal with. I feel like Redemption Monks usually are the best option. But no, of course not every civ gets those. And Bohemians can do very good monks of their own. So Yo up to Feudal. Since he's in the Dark Age, the house will have -2 melee armor. It won't have that much HP, so Yo will need to pull 2 Vils to repair. As far as the fish booms are concerned, that's 6 fishing ships for Yo against 4, and now a 5th being added in for Lucho. He'll up a bit later, so he'll have more Vils, maybe a better eco, and maybe in a position to go FC looking at those resources. Might need a bit more gold if he wants to FC with some ships. But almost up to Feudal, and we'll probably see a market and a blacksmith from him. There's Feudal, and there is the market, there is the blacksmith. Transport ship dropping off a couple of archers. Oh, Yo, with the gates! 2 stone gates right away. Traps the men-at-arms. I don't think they'll be trapped for long with the archers coming over, though. 2 archers, no fletching, but they should be able to deal with a scout. Can they deal with a scout? No, they can't. They're gonna have to fall back to the transport. And will they make it? Oh, he doesn't make it. Just can't garrison. The other archer pops out. He's gonna go in and out. Transport will take some hits by the scout. What's over there? That's Yo's transport. Men-at-Arms. Oh, the tower from Yo really wants to kill the Men-at-Arms. Is it worth it to spend all that stone just to kill the Men-at-Arms? He won't have TCs now. Lucho can sell his stone. He'll be up, won't be too much farther behind. Buying food, and there he goes up. So a minute behind. But considering he did Men-at-Arms, that's not too big of a difference. Now more archers forward, and the tower does not defend the gold, actually. Yo has a gold on the outside. His 2 golds are far away, or his secondary golds are far away. And his main gold on the front is exposed. Ooh. Imagine if Lucho didn't sell the stone, he could have transported Vils for a tower right here. That could have been sick. Guess unnecessary, though, as he will just use the archers to force Yo away, since Yo can't counter tower. No fletching either on the archers, but still not something Yo can really leave Vils out there.
Shot it. Yeah.
Yo up to the Castle Age, and a monastery for Yo. Fletching and Castle Age for Lucho. Is this the same map, Jen? It's a similar one. It's the same map. Northern Isle doesn't have too much randomness to it. It's not like Arabia, where there's more variation in how TC locations can change things up. You have your island, and well, it's always going to be an island. Roughly the same shape with the TC in the middle. And a forward workshop from Lucho. Let's go. Crossbow, bodkin, and a workshop. Yo defending with a monastery first. The Vikings do not have good monks. And maybe monk's not the right option. He's looking to TC another gold. Lucho not going to be able to stop that. He needs to be aware of it at least, and while still seeing the gates there. Didn't move out to deny it. Another crossbow, another pair of crossbows will slip around the back and hit the stone as Yo wants a conversion. Yo also will get a pair of longboats into the fishing eco of Lucho. Lucho not making any play on the water to defend that. And Yo will get up a workshop of his own. For the Maya, it'll be difficult to fight the Vikings on the water. And Lucho will rely upon getting forward pressure here. Maybe ready to pick off a villager as he runs away from that monk. Has to be careful of longboats if he has to run around that wood line. Monk still has not lost its conversion charge. And Yo might be able to get an insta here. Yep, and there's the insta. And with some healing or monk hopping in, distracting the crossbow, he'll win that fight. The fishing ships can garrison now. They can garrison. There'll be a mangonel pressure now for Lucho, a mangonel push. As Yo will get his own mangonel out. Yo also does have a bit of a hill. But the mangonels from Lucho are also atop that hill, so level ground here against the workshop. And he is going to see the flags atop the workshop and hope that a mangonel does not pop out and eliminate his push. Yo gets if Yo snipes both mangonels there, he probably wins the game. But doesn't get the first hit, and now has to run back and loses the mangonel. Loses his mangonel. And that's exactly what Lucho wanted. Yo's scout goes down too. Yo, though, has cleared the fish. 6 fishing ships of his own still alive, and in terms of villagers, 39 to 36, as he does have that extra TC. But if this workshop goes down and he starts taking pressure here, 3 mangonels, Yo has to repair the workshop. Some crossbows are there to hit the vills. And that workshop probably goes down before another mangonel pops out. There it goes, and Yo only 1 mangonel left. Now Yo has 1 crossbow forward. Lucho thinking of transporting, but decides I want to clean that up first. Remember, you can't wall along the rock terrain on the edges, so it is easy for crossbows to get everywhere inside of your eco and raid. So crossbow cleaned up. Longboats can make it difficult to transport now. They could also maybe camp the shallows, make it hard to move crossbows forward across the shallows. Or mangonels from Lucho as he's going for an aggressive push. Has a repairville too, crucially, to keep the mangonels alive. And now 4 mangonels pushing 1 TC from Yo. Yo will repair for a bit. He'll clear 1 mangonel. Does have another workshop of his own in the back. Now it's 2 to 3. He can stop the mangonel push, he'll be okay. And he gets another mangonel down. And, ooh, doesn't quite get the 3rd. Mangonel still dodging. The crossbows come to pick off the mangonel. Ooh, 2 HP. The mangonel survives. Not enough vills in the TC to garrison. Yo loses both mangonels. Very low, 2 HP left, but that's all you need. You only need 1 HP, 2 is extra. And Lucho can repair it. On the water, the longboats still doing some damage, but can't hit far enough inland, really, to push Lucho back. And there's a chance Yo can be relegated. Yes, if Lucho wins, Yo is down. Yes, there is a chance. Lucho wins, Yo is down. Ooh, that repairville, low on HP. If Yo snipes the repairville, makes it much easier for him, but Lucho could always transport another vill. Maybe Yo needs to make sure his longboats pick off the transport? That transport's on 15 HP. The longboats are getting close to it. Yo continues to dock on the outside. 11 fishing ships helping to power his eco. But so far, not really much defense. But Yo, he does this. He does this. He's great at defending with no army. Looks like maybe a bit of a mangonel shot there. Oh, a mangonel from Yo gets the repairville. Gets the last repairville. I'm looking for longboats to snipe that transport. Yo is looking for it too. Will he see it? Will he see it? He's right there, 1 tile away. It's flashing in his line of sight. If he's paying attention, he stops the transport. And he doesn't need to pay attention, but he snipes it off anyway. Oh, those crossbows are bunched up. Those crossbows are bunched up. Here comes the mangonel. The palisade is down. Is Lucho paying attention just at the last minute? He is. Yo still repairing that TC. 3 now, 4 mangonels out for Lucho. As Yo takes a score lead, he's up 64 to 45 in eco unit population. 11 fishing ships still. And a couple of knights forward from Yo to raid. If they get into the eco, there is no defense here for Lucho, but he'll get a second TC on a gold. His wood is almost finished anyway. Is close to the stone he needs for a castle, could wall the vills. And here are the knights. Lucho needs to react to the knights. Knights raiding the vills. Vills start going down. Lucho is paying attention to the mangonels though. But while that's happening, he does get a hit. The knights are raiding though, and finally Lucho realizes to run back to the TC. And Lucho's losing his mangonels. So equal trades here are good for Yo because of how crazy his eco is. And how far ahead it is. Yo. And Lucho will call the GG. Can't stop the knight raids. Can't keep pressuring with the mangonels. And Yo has more fish. Yo does it. He staves off relegation. Lucho will be relegated. But actually, no. Yo could still be relegated depending on Siscon's results. Siscon unlikely to win against Hart, but still a possibility. As Yo keeps his dreams of remaining in Platinum alive, that's a 29-12 KD for Yo. More military the entire game from Lucho, but Yo well done defending, pulling ahead in eco. Kept the fish alive. Lucho made no investment on the water the entire game. And let me check out the standings. I think there's still a chance that Yo gets relegated. We'll give him a win on Northern Crossings. And for the Civs, win for the Vikings, loss for the Maya. And the page was just updated. Refresh. I will refresh. It wasn't updated. Alright, so what happens here? Yo gets 2 points. He now has 6 points. So Yo has 6 points. Yo won 3-0 over Siscon. And he has 2 set wins. So even if Siscon sweeps Hart, Siscon then has 6 points and 2 set wins, but loses the head-to-head tiebreaker to Yo. So Yo is safe in 4th. Yo is 4th no matter what. He is behind Hart, and Siscon, the most he can do is lose a tiebreaker to Yo. So Siscon then can play to be 5th instead of 6th, for which there is a bit of a difference of tiebreaker, and they're Rex, so that's happened already. Base prize money, yeah. 4th versus 5th through 8th. Oh wait, no, that's overall. There'll be a difference of $200 among those places there. Yeah, this is the tough group though. This is probably the toughest group. Poor Lucho had a rough draw. And Viper still has a chance to be relegated. He could lose to Mihai if Dragonstar beats Dark, and then things start to get interesting. There's a chance Dragonstar sweeps. Viper loses to Mihai. In which case Dragonstar wins the head-to-head tiebreaker against Viper. Viper's only won 1 set, same as Dragonstar. So even if they have the same number of points, Dragonstar somewhat favored in the tiebreaker situations. So a refresh. They have updated it. Okay. So Yo guaranteed to go 4th. Lucho, Siscon. Down here, Siscon playing to be 5th rather than 6th. How did it end? With a restart of a game, and Yo just did Yo things. TCs, defended with mangonels, eventually got knights into the eco, raided with the longboats. Just defended under pressure. Imagine Doubt in Platinum and Viper not. Doubt will never let Viper live that down. So those were all the live games, I believe, for today. So GG's Mr. Yo. Mr. Yo not going to gold. Yo, not going to gold. He stays in platinum. Yeah, Siscon, the only player to take a game from Hera. No one's ever gone undefeated in Titans League. Hera, that one misstep costs him. So we have 2 more sets today. They both played as Rex, though. Let me just double check the stream schedule. Hart Siscon and Hera Vinch. Need to decide if I'm gonna cast those. I'll definitely cast everything on Monday and probably tomorrow. Leary might be able to go. How's Leary doing? Yeah, Leary actually is 12-0 so far. And Leary, he plays Barrels. So Leary might be the first one to go undefeated. You're right. Looking at that, time to go 15-0. Leary does that. That'd be impressive. Pretty much expected him to be at the top. And probably Repard and Blix at the bottom. Repard at least did pick up a win against Lix. Yeah, no one went without a win. Even Nikov. Stopped by appendicitis, not by his lack of wins. But I pinged. All right. I think though, that might be it for me today. And I need to build my casting stamina back up. But I don't know if I want to cast just Rex of the next couple of sets. So I think I might just raid someone, and I'll be back tomorrow. And I'm gonna keep casting tomorrow and Monday. I need to get back into the flow of casting. But yeah, I think I'll raid T90. Is he streaming on YouTube? Can I raid him on YouTube? Can I raid him on both? I don't really have many people watching on YouTube. Probably not worth it there. I'll raid him on Twitch. So thanks for watching today. We'll be back. I'm gonna now that I've gotten the bulk of my map scripting done for the Brazil land. I'll be back to streaming a lot more. And hopefully get some YouTube stuff edited too. So thank you all for watching. Appreciate your stopping by the stream over here today. I'm gonna go give a raid over to T90. So I'll say goodbye first to YouTube, and I'll raid T90 on Twitch. So 2 hours, and I need to get my stamina back.